Alright, in this video I'm gonna be ranking every single vehicle in Airship Assault. I got flamed in my last ranking video, so I don't know, hopefully you guys agree with this one, but anyway guys, let's get on with the video. Alright, now we're gonna start off with the planes first of all. I'm also wondering if I'm gonna be missing any vehicles in this tier list. Hopefully not, that would be pretty embarrassing. Let's just get right into it. The biplane. This is a standard issued Valkyrie and Greenland has it. It's pretty good, I'd say. Basic. It has an LMG in the back that's like pretty deadly. You can carry like bombs or rockets of your choice. You know what? For it being completely free, it's a really good plane. I gotta put A. It's good. It's good. You know what? Yeah, it's good. Next, we got the triple X. The triple X. The turn rate on this plane is extremely disgusting. You could turn so quickly. Thanks for the three wings there. Yep, it's a fighter plane. You don't get to get bombs or rockets or anything like that. You know what? Yeah, it's below a bit plane. The only reason why it's up here is because it's the only fighter plane on the Greenland side. Yeah. So solid A, solid A. Next we got the Messer. This thing is a shredder. There's an old saying that goes, "You don't mess with the Messer." But yeah, anyway, this thing is going straight to S tier. Those two machine guns on it, they're super duper deadly. You just shred any plane in the sky. Yeah, this plane is just a hawk of the skies. It keeps Greenland's planes in check. It would definitely destroy any plane. Next, we got the Sea Storm. The Sea Storm is an S tier. You know why? This is a game-winning vehicle. I cannot tell you how much times I've won games with this plane. You could carry 2 bombs or 12 rockets, which is crazy. With those 12 rockets, you have enough to puncture a small hole in the airship, which is pretty dang decent. It's really good. You can just go wave after wave after wave, and they're only 20 points, so they're relatively cheap to acquire. So yeah, definitely an S tier. I'm pretty sure you get a free one in the map where like the icy map. There's like a runway where like you get that thing for free. So yep, if you guys didn't know that, you could do that. But yeah, this is the Sea Storm is a game-winning plane. I've seen so many times that games end because of this plane. Next we got the Eclipse here. This is a Red Mura exclusive. Interestingly enough, I think it's the only plane that could hold the fire ornament. Yeah, that's right. The fire is super duper deadly. I have to say that. It's basically a bit plane, but slightly better because you could hold the fire. So it's slightly. Oh, what the heck did you do to my tier list? Okay, it's slightly better than the bit plane. Okay, what is happening? It's slightly better than the blip plane just because of that. Overall, I think they're the same stats. I think this one's slightly larger. That's what I feel. I also think I'm pretty sure it's a different machine gun, right? This one's like a heavy machine gun. This was like a, I don't know, some kind of light machine gun, something like that. Anyway, yeah, pretty solid all around. Yeah, the only exclusive thing about it is the fire rockets, which you could hold 4 of. The next we got the Marianne. I can't believe I said this in one of my videos while I was reviewing this plane. I said Mediterranean. Mediterranean? Like what the hell? I was completely off by that, but it's got the Meridian, something like that. Pretty solid fighter plane. Honestly, the rocket's pretty good. Like you could equip a rocket, it's optional. But by itself, it's pretty decent. You know what? No, we're gonna leave it at A. We're gonna leave it at A just like that. Okay, next we got the bombers. So the bombers on both teams are actually different, slightly. So slightly. Let's start with the Valkyrie one. The Valkyrie one, in my opinion, is slightly worse than the Greenland one because the Valkyrie one doesn't have like protection. The pilot has like in the Greenland bomber it has like there's like a stand where the gunner goes and that protects you from like back shots, something like that. Yeah, the bombers, they're exclusive to control. I love the bombers. I love bombing. Okay, that kind of sounds weird. Is it better than this? No, the bombers are pretty slow. Usually, most of the time, they get heavily targeted by other planes like fighter planes like Messers or Triple X's. They don't survive too long. They have 7 bombs. 7 bombs. You could completely wipe out a mortar line and control if you're really skilled. So it's very powerful. It could definitely change the tide of battle because in control, the only way to get to the middle island is mortars and planes and the transporter ship. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love the bombers actually. I'm gonna put it here. I think it's above the Meridian, slightly. And then this one's a little bit worse. Yeah, we're gonna put it right here. Yeah, this is gonna be the ranking right here. All right, next we got the land vehicles here. So first we got the truck. The regular old truck. I think it costs 14 or 16 points. I don't really remember to be honest with you guys. You get two of them for free in Isle at the start. They died to a bomb. That's not surprising at all. They don't survive too long. They're just usually just there to like bring Valgyr's troops to the first point. It's C tier. Many people may not agree with this, but that's what I feel. You can build things on it. That's one of it. Alright, next we got the AA variant. Pretty sure this thing costs like 25 points. Could be wrong. Pretty sure it's 25, right? Yeah, something like that. This thing is a piece of cardboard with a nerve gun on it. It dies to one bomb. Not even surprised by that. It's just not good. It's slower than the regular truck because it has the turret in the back. It's just not good at all, to be honest with you. Actually, we'll put a C. Yeah, we'll have it at C for right now. But it's just not very good at all. I think it should be cheaper. It should be 20 points because it just crumbles in one shot of a bomb. One bomb and it's gone. Boom, gone. But yeah, it's slower than the regular truck and it costs more points. And you're only getting like 2 seats, or actually, yeah, just technically 3 seats, but you're getting 3 seats and turret. And something that still dies to a bomb. Next we got it's got the Intline tank, something like that. I don't really know. The tank, whatever. Yeah, the standard tank. You could see this thing in both Volgray and Greenland. Yeah, they're both available for those two factions. They can spawn in Control and Isle. Control, they're kind of not that good because the mortars in that map could make bumpy terrain and they could like the tanks could get stuck in the holes. So that's kind of unfortunate. But in Isle they're pretty dang effective. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Oh wait, no, they're pretty fast. This tank is pretty dang fast. For a tank, it's pretty speedy. It has less health than a Renmuro one, so it's fast though. It's really fast. I'm gonna put it at A right now. It's gonna change in a little bit, but next we got the AP version, the anti-personnel tank right here. You can purchase it for 50 points. Oh, I forgot to mention the price for this for the regular tank. I could be wrong, but I think it's 40. For 40 points, it is solid. So this one's 50, but you could add an anti-personnel turret, and this thing is a monster. It tears apart personnel. Super quickly. It shoots really fast. It doesn't do a lot to armor. I'll tell you guys right now. If a Renmuro tank comes, you're gonna have a really hard time to take it out if you have this tank. But for personnel, which is a lot of what you're facing in Isle, it's above. I don't think it does. It? No, I don't. It doesn't deserve S. No, it's not that crazy. This thing is gonna be on top of. Oh no, hold on. Right here, A tier. I'll put a solid A tier for that. Next we got the Renmuro tank that has a machine gun and a cannon. The machine gun is for the driver, and the cannon is for the guy in the turret. Which, for these two tanks, the driver doesn't get anything. Only the guy in the turret gets the armaments, the machine gun and the cannon. This one comes with a cannon and a machine gun, and this one just comes with the anti-personnel gun. That's it. You don't get a machine gun or like a cannon with this variant of the tank. So again, the drivers get absolutely nothing for these tanks. I like how the driver gets something. Something is very I like it. I like that a lot. Cause I hate when I'm a driver of one of these tanks and I get no points. You get 0 points for like being in that tank. I wish you could get like a little bit of assist points. That would be really nice. That would be a change I would like to see. Cause if you're a driver, you're just a driver. You don't get any points. You don't get none of that. You have to solely rely on the person on the turret to do all the hard work. So that's why it's going on top of the light tank, whatever the hell. Even if this one's faster, it has less health, which is a downside of it being speedy. But this one has more health, but it's a bit slower. So I would like it to be more tanky, and the driver also gets something. I like that a lot. Next we got the flame version of the Renmuro tank. This thing is pretty disgusting. It's exclusive obviously the Remora tanks are exclusive to Io. In the last point of Io, this tank is actually overpowered. You can just flame Vargas holes. You can just absolutely destroy them because you're in close quarters, which this tank it elevates in. It's really good in close quarters overall because you get a machine gun and a flame turret. So that's like two really good armaments, a flamethrower and a machine gun. I'm kind of biased to the anti-personnel tank because I had a bunch of fun making the video on it. I'll put it right here. I'll put it yeah right there. A really cool thing about this tank is that if you get close enough to an enemy tank and you flame them, you can flame the inside of the tank and the crew completely dies. So you disable their tank. That's a tip for you guys. Next we got the amphibious tank. I want to like this tank more. I really want to like this tank more. I love amphibious, invasions, all that stuff. But after point B, there's really no point of purchasing this. Remora can't buy any tanks unless they take point C. So if you really want a tank and you want to buy like right now, I think it costs like 40 points. Could be wrong. I haven't played this game in a pretty long time. I think it costs 40 points. Yeah, I think it's better than a truck. But the thing is, you spawn way far back in the water also, so it takes some time to like actually get out there. And with these tanks, all these tanks, you can just spawn them, boom, they're like that on land. The main component about this tank is that it's amphibious, so you can go in the water for as long as you want. It has less health than the regular Remora tank, so that's also something to keep aware of. You could like take off the flotation devices of the tank, so once you go on land, you can just take them off if you really want to. So you could reveal the machine gun that the driver gets, and of course the regular the turret guy gets a cannon. Once you take those flotation devices off, obviously the tank's not gonna float in water anymore. So I think this is the land vehicle tier list. All right, now we're moving on to I don't know what to call this. The airships? Yes. So this is the main airship. Most commonly seen in like a lot of game modes. This is the main airship. I think it's just S tier. To be honest with you, like, what can you not like about it, right? You have a runway, engines, the boilers. If you played Airship Assault, it's good. Alright, I don't really want to like talk about too much, but yeah, it's the airship, the name of the game. So next we got the transporter ship, what the assistant calls the midget blimp. This blimp is gonna go to like, let's say, B tier. It's slow. You get a tank with it at least. That's pretty cool. It's exclusive to control. There's a ramp. I love the ramp part. So you could like just pull down. You know what? Nah, A tier. I like this. I like this a lot actually. You could like pull down the ramp so your troops could deploy. That's the only way your troops could spawn on the airship. If the ramp is closed, troops can't spawn in it. You have to like open it. 4 engines, 1 boiler, 2 cannons on each side. Yeah, like little cannons. And of course you get a tank. You know what would be a cool map? It would be like a convoy map. So there'll be like 5 of these and go to like a certain objective and like some team has to like destroy them. That's just like an idea, but yeah. S tier for this, A tier for that. Final list here, we have the boats of the game. Now we have the Ikario gunship. I think I'm not sure if I say that correctly. This thing is a IL exclusive, Ranmuro exclusive as well. You know what? It's honestly S tier. It's super duper powerful. That mortar in the back is probably the best ornament about it. So you get a double cannon in the front and a bunch of anti-aircraft guns like all over the place of this gunship. There's a lot of things you could do in this thing. So there's the captain's quarters up there. There's like I haven't quite figured out like that place right there where like it's above the captain's quarters. I think it's like a wayfinder for like the mortar or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, the mortar in the back of it is so powerful. You can just wipe out Vulgar's troops super duper effectively. You can rack up a bunch of points. The only thing you have to be careful about is bombs. Cause they could like make holes in the ship and your crew has to like repair them. Pretty sure this gunship has like a limited amount of patches. So if there's like a hole in the boat, your crew could patch it up, but like it costs. There's like a limited amount of them. So that's kind of unfortunate. Gotta be careful of that. But yeah, if you have a good captain, this thing could really shine. It's really amazing, honestly. It's huge too. It's freaking massive. Alright, next we got the landing crafts. I mean, you can't go wrong with the landing craft, right? You know, it's only made for one purpose. Now that I think about it, just to crash on the beach. It's just to crash on the beach and like let troops spawn. You get a machine gun, a heavy machine gun on it, which is really nice actually. So you can give covering fire for the troops like deploying. I like that a lot actually. I'm gonna go with A tier. Why not? Why not? You know, it's made for one purpose. Occasionally it can spawn with the tank. Occasionally they can spawn throughout the map or throughout the round and aisle. So that's cool. It's not just like at one given point you get them and that's it. No, they could like spawn um in multiple points around the map. So that's really cool. The turn rate's so bad. It's hard to turn. Um, the speed is pretty decent, I'd say. It's just like the turn rate, which you wouldn't really need to turn if you're just gonna crash on the beach anyway, and it's like that's its only purpose, you know. Next we have the PT boat. Yeah. I really wanna love this thing more. I love PT boats mainly because like the game Maneater. If you know, you know. There's like an older version of the picture where there's one machine gun. They put two machine guns now, which is it's better, a lot better actually. I think here's where the driver goes. There's a medikit. There's a medkit station in the boat, so that's really cool. I love that a lot. Mines, skimmer mines. So you can just plop them down, and you can literally cripple a landing craft in one go. If it goes into a mine, that landing craft is completely blown up. It's disabled, gone. So that's really cool. But you have to play these strategically because there's a limited amount of them. I don't remember how much, but I think there's like 8 or 10. I don't know, 8 or 10, something like that. There's a limited amount of them, so once you spend them, you can't get them back. Unlike the torpedoes here, the driver is the only one that can fire them. You get 3 torpedoes. You can reload them once you go to this dock right here. So if you're out of torpedoes, just go back to this dock and you can like restock on torpedoes. But how torpedoes work is actually very cool. I like how they made it so that like kids can't just like ram into a boat and like torpedo and then like it does a bunch of damage. Like no, like it's semi-realistic where torpedoes need time to like to speed up to gain momentum and ram into a ship's side. If you're too close to a boat, uh, the torpedo would just ricochet right off. It would just ricochet off to the side of the ship, and it won't do any damage. So you have to be like sort of far away, for this to work effectively. I was pretty hyped when this thing came out because you could finally like pretty nicely counter the Ikario gunship. Um, at least Valkyrie got something for that. That's really cool. Yeah, the torpedoes do massive amounts of damage to the Ikario gunship. They can make a hole, and once the torpedo lands, and there's troops around like that area where it lands, the troops get completely blown up. They die. I think I said that on one of my videos where I reviewed the Ikario gunship. There was like a torpedo that just slammed right on the side of the ship, and it just blew up the troops around it. It was absolutely hilarious. With all this greatness, it comes with a lot of flaws. A lot of flaws. First of all, there's no real anti-aircraft guns on it. All you get is 2 heavy machine guns, which are good for infantry, but not the greatest for in terms of air defense. I feel like it should really just have 2 anti-aircraft guns, like the little ones. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I don't think you can see, but I think they're like around here. They're around here. They're like little anti-aircraft guns. The single shot ones, not the double ones, not the massive turret ones, the single shot ones. I think having those instead of the heavy machine guns would just really help out the gunship in terms of air defense. Because with its next flaw, literally comes from planes. Yes, that's right. Planes absolutely counter this torpedo boat. Like bombs, like I think like 1 or 2 bombs and that's it. No, yeah. All I remember is it not having a lot of health. That's all I remember from it. Because in my video, it needs a buff. It really needs a buff on the health. Like it's not gonna hurt nobody to like buff it a little bit, buff the health. But yeah, buffing the health, I think it's definitely good because planes will literally target you. They'll just be locked on you the whole game. Yeah, if the devs are watching this, please buff the health. It's not gonna hurt nobody. It's gonna make the experience way more enjoyable. Also, 4 crew can only be on this thing. 4 crew, so they could be the driver, 2 guys on the gun, and like an extra crew guy. So yeah, where am I gonna put this thing? It has a lot of flaws, but I like this gun. I like this ship a lot. This boat a lot. It's a PT boat. Oh yeah, another flaw. Another flaw I forgot to mention. PT boats are supposed to be especially fast. This thing is not fast at all. The turn rate is horrible, and it's pretty slow. I feel like it should be faster, and the turn rate should be way better because PT boats are supposed to be fast and outpace the heavy gunship here. They're supposed to like be fast and nimble, but this thing is just it's not fast and nimble. It's pretty slow, and the turn rate's bad. So I think speeding it up a little bit that will really help it out a lot. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that I like about it, and things that need to be buffed about it, like the health, the speed, all that stuff. But I'm gonna put it A tier. I'm gonna put it. I think it's slightly better. In my opinion, than the landing crafts. It's just a biased opinion. I like PT boats, so we're gonna have it like that, and that's gonna be every single vehicle in the game. I think. Hopefully, I'm not missing any. Hopefully, when I'm editing, I don't like miss it or something, miss a vehicle or something. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this tier list, hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments about my tier list. I know I was getting absolutely flamed in the last one, which it was just my opinion, you know. Anyway, this is the tier list. So the plane, the ground vehicles, airships, and the boats. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please subscribe, bro. It will literally help me out a ton. I'm begging you. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.